this on, so you can actually increase the tone. Just touch this and then arrow pops up. It's not gonna let me test it, but you can increase or decrease it. You'll never be able to turn it off for safety reasons, okay? Don't touch the tone sounds, just the tone, just the volume of the tone. Display config, you don't need to get into that. That's something more what I do. Alarm silence, this will silence everybody for 2 minutes unless something's going on, then it's gonna alarm again. Okay.
So if you silence the alarm, but yeah, crazy VPCs start happening, it'll bypass that silence and be like, something bad's happening.
Yes, yes, yes. And then your home key, anytime you get lost, go home.
Okay.
Okay, so now let's choose a patient. So here's the patient. My heart rate, VPC or PVCs will show their respiratory and SpO2 if you have that hooked up. Down here is the menu for this patient. So we're gonna go to admit discharge. You're gonna place the ID in there. I don't know what you guys are using. I'm just gonna say 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure you place it in there because the physicians are gonna be able to see this from home, and they're gonna have to have an identifier, and that's gonna be the ID, okay? There's a set button here. The set is our save button, so make sure that you click on that and then it'll save it for you. When you put the name in, you can put the first name, comma, last name, comma, first name, or however you guys wanted to do it, but there's no set button here, right? So you're just gonna X out of there. Down here is the bed, so whatever the cage numbers are, and we'll just say what they're in ICU 2, it will show up here.
Can we customize what those are named?
Yep, yeah, but I don't have the names yet, so Embria's gonna get it for me.
No worries. Yeah, because 1 through 7's ER.
Okay. Okay, so we're just pretending it's ICU 2. The next thing is team. If they're a DNR, you can click on DNR, or you can click on CPR. You go back home, and this will identify that they're a DNR.
That's nice.
Remember, all this is an admit discharge. And then there's pacemaker. If they have a pacemaker, you want to change it from not used to used. Then you'll see the yellow spikes for all the pace beats.
And then hopefully it won't alarm at us for having the pacemaker on, like our ECG now doesn't like the pacemakers.
Oh yeah, it shouldn't alarm.
Good.
The most important thing about this, if you don't remember anything else, alarm at admittance, not adult, alarm at admittance. If I click on that, I have canine and feline. Canine is gonna be 30 pounds and above, feline's gonna be 30 pounds and below. So even if you have a small dog, it's gonna be under feline, okay? That's not gonna be on there, okay, sorry. But it's just gonna change your parameters so it doesn't alarm. And then here's your discharge button. And you'd go ahead and hit discharge. Any questions with admit and discharge? Nope, okay, moving on. Monitor suspend. Now let's say that we had the information that the patient's coming in, but they're not here yet, okay? So I go ahead and fill this out. I go to monitor suspend and I can hit pending admit. And you can time it, but I don't know when they're gonna come, so I'm just gonna hit continuous, okay. So now when the doctor comes, they know where they're at. So if you went for a walk, it would say walk or whatever. So pending admit. So once you hook them up, you can come back and just hit resume. And then it'll just start. So you can do it ahead of time.
Oh, that cardio is going to be very happy for that.
Okay, good, good. But what I placed in here was procedure, bath, family visit, x-ray, pending admit, surgery, cardio, CT, MRI, internal medicine, or walk. So whenever you go, you take this dog out of the area of the ICU, you do want to suspend them, otherwise it's going to be alarming for somebody else. Okay, and it'll show the doctor where the patient's at too.
What's the read distance? Like what's the perimeter?
I have to see where the antennas are,
Okay.
but it's basically in the ICU area. The next one is graphic trend. I put this in for the physicians if they want to see the graphs of the heart rate and the SpO2, stuff like that. Tabular trend is going to be your vital signs, okay? Over here is an interval. You can actually change it from 10 seconds all the way up to 60 seconds. So if you wanted to see the vital signs every 10 seconds, you can place it there. There's a print button right here. I am going to attempt to try to hook it up to your laser printer right next to it. So hopefully if that works, everything will print over to that. These two are very important, recall and full disclosure. Recall is gonna be all your alarmed events, okay? So you see this blue outline? That's what's showing down here. So if I chose this one, that's what's gonna show down here. Now let's say I wanted to print that out for the doctor, but there was motion here, and I don't like that strip. I can go here, hold it down, move it over, and then I can print it if I like that better, okay? There's something called display selection. So if the doctor came and said, hey, show me all the VTAC that the patient's had since they've been here. I am looking at everything right now because it's all highlighted, right? I'm gonna cancel all of them and just touch the VTAC, get back out, and I'm gonna see all the VTAC that the patient's had. And it'll hold up to 14 days worth of data, okay? Now, if you do that, make sure that you go back to display selection and you select all, because you don't want to just be looking at the VTAC, right? Perfect. So recalls all your alarmed events. Full disclosure is going to be your real time. Okay? And I can choose a little area. That's what's showing down here again. Or you could hold it down and you can move it if you wanted to do it that way. You can print here. Under print, there is a couple of different sections. Compressed is all of this, and then enlarged, you're just gonna print that one that you chose. Okay. If the physician comes in and says, hey, I got a call at 2 a.m., I wanna see what they were doing, can you show me? You can go over here to time search. Click on time search, and then you can put the time in and change the date and search there, and it'll take you to that exact time that you put in there. That way you don't have to search. But otherwise, you can go to previous page, or you can go to 24 hours before. And if you start scrolling through that, you'll get lost somewhere along the line, and just click on the latest to get back to the current area. All these red lines up here show you that there was an alarm at that time. So you can click it by that too. I think the easiest is the time search though. Any questions on full disclosure and recall?
Does this link up with EasyVet? Like, if you wanted to, like instead of printing it out and then like if they wanted it on file, like scanning it in, is there a way to transfer, like if there was an event, like the imagery into EasyVet?
Yeah, we are capable of doing that, but right now I don't think you guys bought that one, so probably in the future they'll probably look into that. Okay, the last one is alarm setup. So if a doctor comes to you and says, hey, call me, the patient's been running 160, call me when they hit 170. I would go in here and just go ahead and change it to 170, and when it alarms, you can call the doctor. So you can do that individualized to everybody. So that's your alarm setup right there. The other way you can do it is you can click on just specifically the heart rate, and you can touch this and you can go up and down too. Now you see that page within a page, so we're still under heart rate. I go to the second page and I can see the leads. If it's flashing red at you, that's the lead that came off.
Okay.
Well, that's helpful.
Yeah,
That's actually really nice.
that way you don't have to go digging into the patient. ECG 1 is up here, ECG 2 is here. So again, you're only gonna see one on how many leads?
3.
3. So, and you can't do this on the 3 lead, but you can change the ECG leads. And then you can also change the ECG size. So we'll change on the second one. We'll change it. So see how I increased it?
Mm-hmm.
So you can do that. And that's really helpful if it's alarming and it's not picking up that QRS, you can increase it like that. Another way to do that is if you've chosen the patient, you see that Roman numeral 2? I can click on that and change the lead, or see that ×2? There's ×1 there, it's just embedded. And I can change the size. So that's 2 ways of doing that. Okay, there is a light bar here. So if you have asystole, VFib, or VTAC, it's gonna show you Christmas lights and alarm. I put in these boxes here, and this is just kind of like a notepad. So if you guys, as a group, a lot of people wanted to put in the doctor's names, you can put in the doctor's name. You can put, maybe the dog is bites or something. You can put, maybe you have an IV push that you want a reminder of.
Any notes you want to make for yourself?
Yeah, any note that you want to make, you can add that on there. Okay.
Like,
So-
yes, we know the dog is in AIVR. It has been for 48 hours. It's fine.
You see this little heart here?
Mm-hmm.
This tells me that I turned on the pacemaker.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Of course, this is your DNR. This is your notepad. And then you see where it's just blank here? If I click on that, I get a little cheat sheet. So let's say I want to go straight to to the vital signs. I go to, and it takes me straight there.
Like little quick links.
I do like that there's like multiple ways to do things.
Yeah, it's very user-friendly, which I like. It's just difficult for me because I have to set it up. and
Sure.
then have to go back. But other than that, it's very user-friendly. Okay, so how do you guys feel about it?
Really good.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys questions. Okay, so what if I wanted to transfer from this patient to here? How do I do that?
From the big one to that one.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you just click on the ECG, or you can do bed transfer?
So you wanna do bed transfer?
Yeah.
Okay.
There is no shortcut though if you just click on the
No,
ECG.
not
Okay.
for that. Now what do I do?
We're in the transfer exchange. Would it still, are we in the right? Cause we have the new
Yep, you are.
numbers, so if
Yeah.
we were going from 1001, we would go to 1011. So this unit, do we have to select our bed to,
Yes.
okay, so
So
we would
this is-
select this one?
No, you're
Oh.
gonna select on this side.
Okay, so since
Yep.
we're transferring this one, we would
Yep.
click transfer on that one. And then we would select the new one?
Yep,
Okay, so this one would be to
Yeah.
that?
and it's just asking you, are you sure you wanna transfer, and you say yes.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. So we feel comfortable with the bed transfer? Okay, now what if the doctor came in and said, hey, at 2 a.m. I got a call, I wanna see what they were doing, how do I find that?
I'm not answering all the questions.
I can answer this one if you want.
Yeah,
You would click the ECG of the patient that you're looking for and hit recall. I think that's how you pull up recall. And then you can go to, where was it?
remember, I wanna see the time.
Yeah, there's some kind of, I feel like my eyes are going, I'm having a hard time reading it.
With this, we would go to full disclosure,
Yes.
and then you
It
can
is
do
full
time
Oh, you're
search.
right, yeah.
The biggest one to read.
Yeah, I got a little like lost for a second too.
I was
Full
like-
disclosure and then time
And then time search, yeah.
Right, and there it
And you can
is.
change the date and the time, and
Yep.
there's dots where the alarms are if it doesn't immediately come to you.
Yep, perfect. Okay, what if I wanted to add, I forgot to put the room number on this patient. How do I add the room number?
You're just gonna hold that empty spot where the location
Is it
should
just
be.
is it just a,
Yeah.
like in the admit section maybe?
Yes.
Oh, okay. For room number, you mean like if they're like visiting an owner or?
No,
Oh, like
so
the cage
your
number?
cage
Yeah.
number.
Oh, okay, I'm
Sorry.
sorry, I misunderstood.
Sorry,
one instead of
I
I
work
said
with
two.
adults so much
Okay.
that
I'm like, what's that? What do you mean? I was like, I was just gonna drive him down for a walk. Okay.
In
Admit discharge?
You're in
We're in
Oh,
that.
I am in that?
Yep. And it tells you right there.
Can we go down at all? Is that the
No.
only? Okay.
That's your whole
there.
page.
Age, birth date, height. Bed name register?
Yes.
That
Oh.
blank thing on the bottom?
so
And
Oh.
I was
Oh.
squinting.
Bed name register.
I didn't even read that. That's not what I read.
I was all,
Put that
that's
in there as a pull
patient
down so we
number.
can read it right in front of it.
Okay, so now I want to see all the patient that's had all the VTAC since they've been here. How do I look that up?
Out of like any of them
No,
you want to see.
specific patient, this patient.
Okay, I think I know this one.
Okay.
I can't, sorry.
You're okay.
Optimized displayed beds. Do you have to select the one first?
Yes.
Okay.
So you want to select the patient. And now, because I just want to see the VTAC on this one patient, not on everybody,
Yeah.
right? Because the doctor came. So that's why I always select your patient first. Okay, now where do I go?
Sorry.
You're okay.
I already forgot what, oh, just to see this full screen? Not the full
To
disclosure,
recall
but
anytime he's had VTAC?
Yes.
Would you go to full disclosure and choose it in there? You would go to the selections, unselect all, and select VTAC?
Yes, but it's not in full disclosure. You're getting
Is it
full.
in recall?
It's in recall?
Yes.
Okay.
So you're getting those two.
Okay.
So recall, display selection, and you would cancel all and just hit VTAC.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. What if this patient was alarming and his heart rate, the doctor said, call me at 180. How do I change that so it doesn't, so it reminds me?
press and hold on the rate. Do you just,
Yeah, I feel like that's how.
So remember, always choose your patient first, because it's a
Okay.
specific patient. So I'm picking the patient. Now you can hold the heart rate,
Oh, okay.
oh, okay,
okay?
on the other screen.
Oh,
And
okay.
then you can go here and you can increase and
Gotcha.
decrease.
And then can't you see all the vitals through alarm setup? On
Yes.
the bottom right?
Yes, that's another way to do it.
Okay.
Okay, this dog's gonna go for a walk. How do I suspend him?
I can't remember.
I wanna say you do like the admit discharge, but I don't think that's right.
What's the first thing you always wanna do?
Select the
patient.
patient.
Select your patient.
Oh,
Monitor suspend.
There we go.
And then a reason.
And then you put walk, and then, so I can say, let's just say 15 minutes, we're gonna take him out to pee, okay? So now if a physician comes, they can see that they went for a walk. It's gonna count down 15 minutes. At the end, it will ask you, do you need more time? And if you come back before that, just hit resume.
Okay.
That's really nice. You showed us the continuous before and it looked like it was gonna be a pain in the butt to select it before the walk, go back and select it after
Yeah.
the walk, but with the time, you can just hit resume
Yeah,
and get
yeah.
back to work. That's
Yep.
great.
I like
Yep.
that. That's so helpful because the amount of times that people come into the ICU and they think our dog's in like AFib, and it's like, no, it's actually just not even in here right now.
Yeah.
Does it give you the same selections regardless of where they're going, whether it's CT, IM, cardio? It's
I-
not just a time for the walk.
That was just for the time for the walk.
I think there might have been a procedure.
There is a procedure one,
Yeah.
so.
That's all I'd pick probably.
'Cause
So
it's
if you
only
did the
recorded.
procedure, you can choose how
Yeah.
long to,
Okay.
or you can hit continuous. I can add anything that you feel like you might need.
I think that covers.
Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
good because procedure covers everything else that's not on there. I feel like.
Okay, and then for this, for the DNR, they told me DNR and CPR. Anything else that you guys want to add on there?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
We don't usually do the ALS, BLS, we just treated CPR versus DNR.
Okay. This patient is under 30 pounds, so I need to put it under the feline. How do I do that?
Click the patient. And then admit discharge, question mark? And class, this is class adult, is that different than?
Alarm at admittance.
Yeah.
So that's the one I told you not to choose.
Right.
Alarm at admittance, and then
And then
you choose
feline.
the feline.
Okay,
and
gotcha.
hit okay. Good job. Okay.
We only had to tell us 4 times to select the patient first.
Well, it's funny, the other class, all they kept saying was, select the patient, and they would laugh because then I messed them up when I said, okay, how do you do a bed transfer?
Yeah.
And you want to do the bed transfer
Mhm.
and not select the patient, so that was kind of funny. Okay.
Is this gonna be at like the average person's touch height, or is it gonna be so that like it doesn't get bumped like up high, just mouse utilized?
It's gonna be up high above the oxygen cages where the original screen is right now,
No.
It's not,
right?
it's
No,
not
they're
that high.
moving it?
Is there a,
Yeah, it pulls
will
down.
Pull down?
Oh.
Yeah.
It's where the computer in the side, the little cubby.
Oh, in the cubby.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's
okay.
going right there.
Yeah.
We have SmartFlow above the Snyder now, so we don't have to worry about it being up so freaking
Where
high
no one can
anymore.
reach
Okay.
And yes, you can. It's got a big arm. You can adjust it.
Let's talk about placement.